Hey guys, I'm Deepthi and in this video I'm going to be talking about my current favorite products, and it has been a while since I mentioned any of my favorite makeup products, skincare, hair care products. So I thought this would be the right time to talk about it. So let's get started. Now, the first one I have is from Kiosk. This one is their oil-free hydrating moisturizer. Now, this moisturizer has all the ingredients that you need to be present in a moisturizer for that intense hydration. It has humectants that attracts and binds water into the skin. It has occlusives that traps moisture, and it has emollients that soothes and softens the skin. So this moisturizer is packed with really good ingredients like Centella asiatica, vitamin C, niacinamide, squalene, ceramides, hyaluronic acid, all of these ingredients that provides intense hydration, repairs and strengthens your skin barrier. It also boosts collagen production and overall just gives you the most hydrated skin without it looking extremely heavy, oily and greasy, especially if you have oily skin and during the summer months and during these humid climates. If you were looking for a good moisturizer, you should definitely check this out. Now, this moisturizer does come in this kind of like a tub packaging, so you have to make sure that your hands are really clean before you use this, and it has that sort of like very nice lightweight consistency, and it does take a little bit of an effort, like a slight effort for you to blend it onto your skin. But once you do, you cannot see any kind of traces of greasiness on your face. It just takes care of all of that dry skin, hydrates your skin, moisturizes your skin really well, and has all of these really good skincare benefits. So I have put a rest to my usual moisturizers and I've started to use more oil-free moisturizers. So I've put a rest to my Bioderm Autoderm cream. I've run out of my minimalist moisturizer. So I am trying and testing out all of these kind of moisturizers because I want something that can hold up really well during this weather condition, especially when I'm filming, especially when I'm stepping out, because I'm just done with my face looking extremely oily and greasy. So if you are on the lookout for that kind of a moisturizer that is oil-free but provides intense hydration and takes care of all of the other skin issues that you have, you should definitely check this out. So what I really like about this particular brand is that I feel like they take care of the ingredients that they're putting into their skincare products, and they're also making sure that they're not adding anything unnecessary like phthalates or maybe artificial dye, artificial fragrance. None of these are added to these skincare products, and especially this moisturizer. So that's something I absolutely love. So yeah, you can use this during the daytime as well as nighttime. You can use the adequate quantity that your skin requires. You can apply it on your face, neck. I also sometimes use it on my arms. So yeah, it's very nice and soothing on the skin is what I would like to mention. So the next one I'm going to be talking about is the Kiosk SPF 30 mattifying mineral sunscreen. So this has UVA and UVB protection, and it has a PA+++ rating. So this again is a lab tested sunscreen that is free of oxybenzone and OMC. And I feel like this is a really nice mineral sunscreen, especially if you're someone who's trying to stay away from chemical filters in your sunscreen. So this has zinc oxide and titanium dioxide that protects your skin from UVA and UVB rays. It goes on really nice and smooth. Even though it is a mattifying sunscreen, it's not something that tugs and pulls on your skin. It has a really nice beautiful creamy consistency, but not something that looks extremely greasy on your skin. So I don't really like very matte sunscreens because I feel like they kind of pile up on my skin eventually, and I cannot use it underneath makeup products sometimes. This is the sunscreen I am using currently underneath my makeup as well, and I really like how it just goes on smoothly. You can take a lavish amount and it doesn't have any white cast, irrespective of your skin tone, irrespective of the quantity of the sunscreen you've taken. That is something that I absolutely love. And also this sunscreen offers blue light protection, so it is something that you can use when you are indoors as well. You can protect your skin from the harmful blue light of electronic devices that can again speed up your aging process and leads to a lot of adverse effects. And apart from that, this sunscreen is free from oxybenzone and OMC. So if you are looking for a pregnancy safe sunscreen, this is said to be pregnancy safe. Aside from all of this, what I really like about this particular brand is that they are willing to disclose how many people they've tested this on for irritation, and they say that this is non-comedogenic, right? So they have these reports all attached on their website, how many people they've tested it on, what are the results and all of that, and also the UV protection that this sunscreen offers. It's not just something that they're just declaring. They have a lab report attached to it. So I'll try to leave it right here on the screen as well, if in case you want to check it out. You can use this to protect your skin from sunburn, uneven tan, hyperpigmentation, and also like irritation if you are someone who's prone to irritation when you step out in the sun, and also free radical damage. So yeah, I will make sure to leave all the product links in the description box below. If I have a coupon code with this particular brand, I will make sure to leave it right here on the screen as well as in the description box below for you to check it out. So the next one we have is the NIVEA fresh Powerfruit shower gel. So this is the variant I have absolutely been loving. So I've emptied a lot of different variants from this particular brand and this particular like range, but this one is my absolute favorite. The smell is so good. It lingers for a really long time, and the sillage on this is such that, you know, you wonder what perfume you have. It smells like a very expensive perfume. It leaves that trail for a really long time, and not a lot of shower gels have done that for me in the past. And it's not something that is extremely stripping, not something that dries your skin out, but tackles your body odor. It makes you smell really fresh, makes your bathroom smell really fresh. So I just quickly want to give a big shout out to that shower gel. The next product we have is a hair care product that I have to mention. So this is the L'Oreal Metal DX hair mask. Okay, so this is something I received in PR, and I just happened to try it out because I don't like to waste products. And then I was like, okay, this makes my hair look super smooth, and you know, all of this dryness and frizziness is tackled, especially for the way my hair was looking. I was so happy with the result of that. And then what I did is I went ahead and invested in the shampoo as well, because I just wanted to see how the combination of both of this works. And let me tell you, if you have very like dry hair and your hair looks like, you know, dehydrated, and it feels like it needs a little bit of like pick me up, have a look at this and try these this range of products out, especially because I'm living somewhere where the water is quite hard, and it was having like a very bad effect on my hair, and no products were like really helping it out. There were quite a few products, but they happen to be on the expensive side, and this is something that I really like. You do get 300 ml of quantity in the shampoo, and I'm almost out of the conditioners, and I'm almost out of the mask, so I will be repurchasing that. This is not what I used on my hair right now, so I washed it elsewhere and I didn't carry the shampoo and mask with me. But every single time I use that, I feel like, oh my god, my hair just looks so nice, manageable. It looks like it's not as weak as it was before. It looks a little more like it's got that strength to it, and it looks a little more happy, and like it's got good nourishment. Otherwise it's usually like I want to give up. Whatever you're doing, it's not for me, it's not working out. So that's how it is, the mood of my hair. But these couple of products, I've been really impressed. And also last hair care product, then we're moving on to makeup. This is the Be Blunt Hot Shot Hold Spray for hairstyling. I was on the lookout for a hairspray that can hold my curls in place, because I have pretty much like straight hair, and every single time I'm using Dyson on my hair and I'm setting it, I tried a lot of different hairsprays. It was not holding that curl in place, and it was just falling apart within like 30 minutes, and I was not happy at all. So every single time I had to like touch up my hair really often. And it's not like I'm touching my hair, because that's what they mentioned, if you touch your hair too often, the curls would fall apart. But I didn't do that, and even then it was just falling apart. So I used this particular hairspray. I happened to try it out again because it was sent to me, and I am super impressed with it. It was holding my curls in place until the next day. Like I had to wash my hair the next day, and it was holding it in place the entire day, and I was super impressed. So that is something I really like, and it was not making my hair like extremely sticky and like, you know, that crispy feel on your hair. It didn't have that. So that is also something that I really appreciated. And another thing that I noticed is that I feel like, you know, the third day post hair wash is when the curls on my like hold a lot better compared to like freshly washed hair. So that is quick tip that I discovered when I was using my Dyson. And then moving on to the makeup products. The first one I'm going to be talking about is this. This is something I had in my collection for a while now. This one is the Pixi Glow Mist. So I like to use this mist right after like my moisturizer, my sunscreen and everything, and right before I apply my primer, or sometimes even after my primer. And I feel like it adds a beautiful glow to your skin, as you guys can see from the demo. And this is something I like to use just before my makeup and not after, like to set my makeup or anything. I feel like it might make it look a little too like, you know, oily. Like right now I mentioned I have switched to more like mattifying like moisturizer and sunscreen. So just to add a little bit of that glow, I like to use this so it doesn't make my makeup look extremely greasy and it doesn't like fall apart and there's no like oil or like sweatiness peeking through. What you see on my face right now is highlighter and a little bit of a glowy blush. I'll talk about that as well. And then for primer, this is a pretty recent discovery. So this is the Type Beauty Overdue Plumping Primer. So I absolutely love this primer because I feel like it's so nice and plumping on the skin. It adds a nice you know, glow, hydration to your skin. It's a really nice moisturizing primer. That is something that I absolutely love. I feel like the tint, the lavender tint on that doesn't really do anything with like brightening my skin as such, but I really love the effect this primer has, and the makeup that goes on top of it look really nice as well. The next one I have is the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. I absolutely love this. And this is like the most pore-filling primer that I own in my collection, even over the Benefit Professional. I really like how my skin looks right now, and it's just like nice and filled in, and it looks slightly like blurred and like a filter effect on my skin. So I really like this without it looking too matte, clumpy, cakey on the skin. And I feel like this is even better than the e.l.f. putty primer, which is said to be a dupe for this. This one is slightly more pore filling than that, so I've mentioned that in the dupe video as well. And then for foundation, I have this one. This one is the Bobbi Brown longwear skin longwear weightless foundation. I've talked about this quite a few times. I have told you guys why I absolutely love it. It's what I have on my face right now. It's a foundation that, you know, gives you pretty decent coverage, light medium to medium coverage, without looking excessive on your skin. And you can also use this on a daily basis and keep it like light to light medium, and it'll just look flawless. It doesn't have that extreme dewy finish, nor is it extremely matte. It just looks skin like, and it's not too detectable on your skin. It doesn't look powdery, it doesn't look cakey, but it holds up really well even if you don't set your entire makeup. It's like what I have right now, and I haven't set my entire makeup, and I really like how it looks on my skin. And then something else that I have been reaching out for and also trying to finish up is this LA Girl Pro Illuminate foundation. So this one is in the shade Warm Beige. So I've decided to like empty this one out because I've almost finished this up all the way till here. I just have this much product left. So I started like one project pan like about, I think, 3-4 years ago, and I was not able to keep up with it, okay, because I was getting bored of the products I was using. I was not very interested, and those were not like products I absolutely loved as well. So I didn't want to like declare and not keep up with a project pan series. So I just quietly am trying to finish up some of my makeup products. When I do, I will update you guys about that. So this was something I included in that because anyways I'm out of this like all the way here, so it won't be really hard to finish this one up. So I am using this, and it's also a foundation that I really like. So it gives you a really nice glowy finish, sometimes maybe a little too glowy, and maybe something that can crease quite a lot. And if you have a lot of texture on your skin, I feel like it does emphasize it because it is a very glowy foundation. It's not something that has glitter particles in it, not like the L'Oreal True Match foundation, but it does have that extreme luminous finish. So I know this is not the right time I should be using it, especially during the summer months, but sometimes I feel like, you know, it's a nice subtle way to add a little bit of glow to my skin, and then I can keep the rest of the makeup a little more matte. So that's why I've started to use this, and something that I have been reaching out for quite a lot. And then for concealer, I have been like just obsessed with these two concealers, just using a lot of these two concealers, apart from my Too Faced Born This Way concealer. That I'm not going to be including in any favorites because you guys know it's my favorite. But apart from that, these are two concealers that I have been really loving and enjoying. This one is the Huda Beauty 4 Filter Concealer. I have this one in the shade 4.5G Granola, which is a pretty good match for me, and this is what I have on the right side of my under eye area. It has really good coverage, and it's not as long lasting as my Too Faced concealer. It does tend to fade away a little too much, so I kind of like set it immediately. So I am going to be talking to you guys about the product I'm going to be setting it with as well, but I really like it. I feel like it's not very drying. It's like looking really nice underneath my eyes, and especially like even if you want to spot conceal around your mouth and everything, it doesn't look too much. It's a really nice concealer. And then I've also been really loving this. This is the NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum. This is super lightweight but adds beautiful coverage. Just looks like second skin. It's not something that's extremely dry and cakey. And it's been a while since I've found something like this from the affordable market that looks like that. Like, it looks so high end. It's what I have on this side of my eye. You don't even have to set it, but if you set it, it does last a lot better. And it's something you can use around your mouth, spot conceal and everything. I have this one in the shade tan, and I feel like it is a pretty good match for me. I feel like medium would be a highlighting shade. I don't really like highlighting concealers. I just use whatever like matches my skin tone pretty well, and I feel like I like the look of that. So that's a concealer I absolutely love. If you have dry under eye area and you feel like no concealer works out for you, you should try that out. It doesn't even crease or cake as much. And then that setting powder that I have to mention is this one. This is from Pat McGrath. This one is their Sublime Fetish under eye powder. I have this one in the shade medium. They do have like a translucent and a banana variant, I think, but I picked up medium. And it does have quite a lot of fallout, so just keep that in mind. And it's also a very like delicate powder, so if you're traveling with this, there is chance that this could shatter. So I am like just keeping it on my desk, making sure, using it very carefully without a lot of hush bush around this particular powder. But it's the most smooth, finely milled powder I've tried out, even over the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless powder. I feel like it's just so good, and irrespective of the concealer I've used this with, it just makes everything look 10 times better. Like, the under eye area looks so smooth and just sets the concealer in place, makes it long lasting, doesn't make it crease, and it's just smooth. Smooth is the word for this one. I really like it. I really like how lightweight it feels, how lightweight it looks. And see my under eye area, I like it. Okay, and then let's talk about, of course, this had to be mentioned. This is the Dailylife Forever 52 Juicy Cheeks Soft Cheek Tint Liquid Blush. I have this one in the shade 005. Okay, I will make sure to leave the name of this blush as well. This is one of the most beautiful looking nude blush. It has a little bit of pink hints to it as well. It's what I have on this side. And it's not even a glowy blush, but it adds a beautiful glow to your skin. Nothing that looks too much, nothing that looks like oily, but it adds a nice glow. And it's a very, very blendable blush. It blends in no time, and you don't really have to apply a lot of effort. And if you're someone who blends your blushes with a brush, it's not too much again, and it's just very, very easy to use. And I'm definitely looking at picking up more shades. It's something that I always have on my mind, and I have to try out more shades from this range because that's how much I like it. It doesn't feel heavy, it doesn't feel too much on the skin, and it's not something that like stains your skin too much, and it's not something that is like a little bit harder to work with. I felt like the LA Girl matte blush, soft matte blush, was a little bit harder to work with, but this one is not like that. So yeah. And then something else that is a pretty recent discovery but have been loving, and I feel like such an underrated product, is this. This is the Max Factor Miracle Pure Infused Cream Blush. This one is in the shade Vintage Peony. I know they have a couple of other shades as well, but this is what I picked up. And you can find this brand pretty much on really good discount most of the times, but the MRP of this is quite pricey. So this one is for 900, but you can always find this on pretty good discount. And it's what I have on this side of my face. It is a pretty glowy blush, okay, but like it has like some kind of like shimmer infused in it, but it's not something that peaks through. It's not something you can see, but it adds that glow. You know, it's a beautiful blush. And if you're someone who doesn't want to use a highlighter, and you're not a highlighter person, and you feel like that doesn't look natural, these blushes would do it. They add that glow. But I have something else on top of that because I'm obsessed with this product, and I've talked about it so many times. I think in every favorites video, this is there. This is the Nykaa Strobe and Glow Liquid Highlighter. It's what I have on top, and it's what I have in most of my videos usually. I really like the glow. It's that wet looking glow without looking too shimmery. Absolutely love that. And then for bronzer, Hoola Caramel Bronzer. One of my absolute favorite bronzers, and I feel like it's not something that looks extremely orange. Again, it's not something that is too pigmented where I spend a lot of time blending it. It adds a nice warmth to my skin without looking too much. I'm not someone who likes a lot of bronzer on my face, so I really like it this way. So if you are around my skin tone, you should definitely try out this particular bronzer. And then for eyebrow, this is a product when I tried out, I was like, I don't like it that much. I don't think, I'll reach out for it as much. But so, sometimes what you think about a product and then you tend to like reach out for it randomly and then it starts to become one of your like go-to product. This Colorbar eyebrow kit is like that for me. So I initially never liked it as much, okay, because I thought the shade was really off. So this is the product I use the most, the pomade. And it looks like it's not doing much, but it fills in your eyebrows the most natural way and gives you the most soft definition. And after that, if you want to fill it in a little bit more intensely, you can use any other product. For that, I use my Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade. I have this one in the shade Soft Brown. It's something I have used quite a bit. And it's something I think I would repurchase as well, because it's something that because it is what I reach out for the most, and especially when like I want to fill in like the most sparse area and everything. This is the one I reach out for. I'm like, my eyebrow shape is completely off. I need to get it done, but I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. So I'm not going to a salon to get that. I'll try to do it on my own as much as I can, but these two are my go-to brow products at the moment. And then for mascara, the Huda Beauty Legit Lashes Mascara. So I have the travel variant of this and I feel like I'm super happy every single time I use this. I really like the way my lashes look. It's like it adds good amount of length as well as volume. It's not too clumpy, it's not too cakey. It's not a waterproof mascara, so the minute there's some kind of like water run down, it will run down your face. So just keep that in mind. But I like the effect of these lashes, and especially for someone like me who doesn't use a lot of false lashes, I absolutely love that. And then for kajal, I used this. This is the Belora kajal, and this was actually sent to me about like 2 years ago. And off late, like about 6 months ago, is something like I've been reaching out for this so much more than I expected to, because it's the most intensely pigmented kajal. It's super creamy and it just glides on your eye area without you having to tug and put a lot of pressure. So more than applying it on like my lower waterline, I like to like tight line it, especially when I'm using like some kind of, gold eyeshadow or something, and I feel like my lashes look a little bare, and adding that line just makes everything 10 times better. I use this one and I feel like it's like really jet black, and I love that. It's not smudge proof, it's not the most long lasting one. The minute you apply it on your upper like lash line, it spreads to your lower lash line as well. So just keep that in mind. But the intensity of this kajal I haven't found in anything else, and that's the reason I always reach out for this. And I don't want something that pokes my eye or I have to like sit and apply a lot of pressure with. And then for eyeshadow, of course, my Mars Northern Lights in a Pan eyeshadow. I have used this so many times, talked about these so many times, used all of the shades in multiple videos. They have the most amazing like duochrome shift to it, and they don't look like an affordable eyeshadow. And I mean, they're not super affordable, they're around 400 something, but compared to a lot of eyeshadows available in the market, they just stand out and make your eyeshadow look 10 times better. And then let's move on to lips. So first one I have is the NYX Lingerie XXL liquid lipstick. I have this in the shade Sizzlin. Goes on a little bit patchy sometimes, so you have to just make sure that you apply an even layer. Just get it to an even layer. It can be a little bit patchy, but the longevity of these liquid lipsticks just make me see past all of that. It's so nice, it's very comfortable, and it just stays on your lips, and no matter what you eat, it's just so good. And this shade called Straps Off, which is a very popular shade. It's like a dusty burgundy brown shade, and it looks a lot darker on my lips, and as time progresses I feel like it does look a lot more darker. And this one is like really pigmented and it's not patchy at all, and it stays in place. I feel like this is way better than the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink. In the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink, I just have few liquid lipstick shades that work out really well. That's not like even across the shades, the consistency of it and the way it performs, but this one, I just love it. So I did go ahead and buy 2 other shades as well. And then my e.l.f. lip plumping gloss in the shade Mocha Twist. It's something I reach out for, just like a lip balm, just to add that little bit of hydration as well. So in the demo of all the products, you can see this is what I have on my lips. I just love the effect of it and how nourishing it is on my lips. And it adds that subtle plumping effect. It's not too much. And it adds that nice gloss. but not making it look extremely like glossy. I don't like that look. And then the Swiss Beauty Soft Matte Lip Cream. This one is in the shade Blood Red. So this is like a little unique shade. Okay, it's like a deep red shade with a little bit of brown, little bit of like earthy hints to it, and it looks really nice. I have swatched this in my Swiss Beauty, like best of Swiss Beauty lipsticks. You should definitely check this out, and it's pigmented. And then the Swiss Beauty non-transfer lipstick. I've talked about these quite a few times, but this particular shade in Spice Nude, I think this is a newer shade launch. Such a beautiful cool toned nude shade. It has a little bit of like that greyish hint to it, and this goes again with so many different eye makeup and makeup in general. So this is something you should definitely check out. So if you're looking for some like different nude shades, and if you are around my skin tone or maybe slightly deeper, you would love that. So yeah, that's pretty much everything I wanted to talk to you guys about. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Do let me know what are your absolute favorite products that you've been loving and you want me to check out, be it skincare, hair care, makeup, anything. Let me know in the comment section down below. And also if you have any other video requests, videos in mind, let me know in the comments down below, and I will make sure to try my best to film that. So let me know. And yeah, while you're at it, give this video a big thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a new video. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.